Hello and welcome to the Philippines. We have another typhoon affecting the Philippines, and the Philippine name is Jenny, and the international name is Koinu, I think, Koinu. And what happens here? This is Pagasa, and it is the Philippines government weather tracking site, basically. And you get this, if you can see this red line, this red rectangular type box here, move back over here, this red rectangular type box around the Philippines and out to sea, that is the PAR, Philippines Area of Responsibility. And they track internationally, it's their responsibility to track storms and such. Weather, when it enters this, crosses that line, not sure why it keeps bouncing around there. When it crosses that line, they take over, and it goes from I think, a depression to a tropical storm, to a typhoon, and it could turn into a super typhoon someplace up here, is what I have read. The southwest monsoons are enhanced by this typhoon, so it is helping to drag in more moisture and wind from the southwest that we always get this time of the year. And advisory general flooding, and yeah, here are the names: Jenny and Koinu, something like that. Let's get a better look at the map there, and you can see kind of where they have it projected to track. And there are several agencies, including Japanese and I think NOAA and several other agencies that track these and make projections about the track. And they all pretty much agree that's going to stay on this westerly track and come up here pretty close to Taiwan and then over to China. Although typhoons are known to not always follow the man-made tracks, projected tracks, so sometimes they have a surprise up their sleeve. And let's just zoom in just a little bit, and they've got various warnings up here. You've got Typhoon Jenny Signal 2, Cagayan Valley region, which is the northern region of Luzon area up here. And with all the weather showing up here, it's difficult to really see the islands up here, but you got Luzon here. I'm down here in Cebu Island, down in this area down here. We have had mostly cloudy skies, a lot of cloudy skies, and heavy rain once or twice a day for several days here. And in fact, Saturday we went over to Lapu-Lapu, and instead of a 30-minute taxi ride, it was an hour and a half. Traffic was backed up so badly because of flooding a couple places, particularly on the Mandawi City side of the old bridge going across. Depending upon the area that you would be residing in or living in, it's important to think about this. Flooding is a major issue, whether or not you have a typhoon. You don't need a typhoon. All you need is a heavy, hard rainfall for just a few minutes to create flooding in many areas. So consider that as you're thinking about moving into an area. Now let's jump over to a site called windy.com. Very interesting site. Jumping over to a site called windy.com. They have apps for your phones, Apple, Android. This is all free. You can get to it on your laptops or computers or your phones. I pay for the premium content. I think it's about $19, $20 a year, I think. Anyway, just a great app, and with lots of information you can get here: weather radar, satellite. In fact, this is the new typhoon coming into the PAR, Philippine Area Responsibility, affecting especially northern Luzon, the Batanes Islands, going to have a major effect on Taiwan there in a few days. Jenny, the international name is Koinu, something like that. And anyway, let's just take a look at, let's go down here to satellite and take a look at satellite image, get a much better idea of the scope of this thing, the weather bands and how it's influencing the southwest monsoons, these southwestern winds off these warmer seas down here. And this is a great app. You can use it. Any place in the world, pretty much. Go over here to the USA, and you can key into your area of the country, as well as over to Europe, Africa, South America, Asia. You can see what's going on. And you've got over here snow level, snow depth, precipitation types, thunderstorms, temperatures, dew point, humidity, and just a bunch of stuff. Solar power, UV index, clouds, high clouds, medium clouds, low clouds, fog, and just waves and tidal currents, and just so much more there. Nearly all typhoons, what you refer to as hurricanes back in the U.S., come in off the Pacific, and they're coming and they're hitting the eastern side of the Philippines, and oftentimes they go north, and usually affect Luzon, the large Luzon, Northern Island, much more than the rest. But occasionally, 2013. Super Typhoon Yolanda made its way across the middle section of the Philippines. The Visayas did some major damage. A couple of years ago, in December, we had Typhoon Odette that came across, and those typhoons, just like hurricanes around the world, usually lose a lot of their strength once they hit landfall. And those eastern islands of the Philippines, Leyte, Samar, and the other islands often help to bring down the energy. But occasionally, like every 10 years or so, we get those really strong super typhoons that sneak through and across and over the mountains and do some major damage inland as well. Anyway, stay safe. For those of you who are planning to travel to the Philippines, safe travels to you all. Looking forward to hearing from you all, and see you next time.